Greetings all, Ferrari 601 here. Welcome back to iRacing and welcome to Delara IR18 at Pocono. We'll have 50 laps around this place, but first we must qualify. Let's go out and do that.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Alright, well we only have to do 3 laps. So we'll just take care of that right now. The Lara IR18, I've painted it to look somewhat like the Fernando Alonso test livery from a couple of weeks ago at Barber. "50 laps around what is effectively my home track. We can do this. Fixed setup race, everybody has got the same car underneath them.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Let's see what we can do.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Yes, I know. Running light is fast. Fast around this place is really fast, particularly turn 2 that we just went through. I'm gonna just breathe off of the throttle there through turns 1 and 3.
One more lap.
Let's see, where does this lap put us? Provisionally P1 probably. P3 at the moment, alright. So some other guys have already set times. Pressure low, chasing the car up the racetrack a bit. Yep. Second lap always a bit slower.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Alright. So provisionally P8 at the moment. Probably continue to fall down the order as we get going. Yeah, we're not going to make it back to the pits, not in the least. Yep, no way. There's really no point for us to make it back to the pits anyway. We're the only car on track for qualifying. But we've made it back in anyway. Cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Where do we ultimately stack up? About a minute to go before the end of qualifying. There is how the grid is shaping up. Yeah, we're the slowest guy to have set a time. That's not so great. Alright, 10 seconds remaining in qualifying. Yeah, everybody's in front of us. Nobody who has set a time is behind us. Session has ended. It appears we're going to line up in P13. And indeed we do. So we've got 3 cars behind us. We have 50 laps around this place. To the grid. Why? Alright. We're going to be paced out of the pit lane then. That works. Okay. fixed setup race. We do not have the ability to make any adjustments in terms of the weight jacker. Cannot make any adjustments with the engine map, with the fuel settings there. So, it is truly a level playing field for everyone. I do have to say, iRacing did a very good job with this track. It looks like you're there. We're burning fuel off here. Alrighty then. Should be getting the signal to go at any time. Everybody else has their engine fired up. Alright. Let's get going anytime. There we go.
One lap to green. Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed. Catch the 2 car. Catch the 2 car. Catch the 15 car.
Alright.
Catch the 9 car.
Stay behind the number 9. We got a little bit shuffled out of order there. I think we're where we should be now.
Catch the 9 car.
Pretty sure we're out of position. Well, alright, according to where we are, we're okay.
Get ready, going green.
Alright, here we go. Just gonna hold the inside and hope for the best. Laps is a long time.
Green, green, green.
Guys on the inside here are a little bit slow on the uptake. Man, this place is so wide though. These cars could go 4 or 5 abreast into the first corner if you want. And we got a flipper already. Caution.
Single file. Pit road is closed. Look car high. Let the 5 car by. Catch the 9 car.
Alright, I guess we don't have to let anybody by again. Timing and scoring sometimes gets a bit messed up. Well, the car directly in front of us has all sorts of damage on the rear end there. Engine cover is gone, the rear wing is messed up big time. We are in P10 now, timing and scoring shaked out. These IndyCar races, of course, you're always going to get airborne crashes like that. Why don't you brake check me there, number 9? Microsoft Flight Sim, eh? Yes, this is the Dallara Flight Simulator. Not much voice chat going on in this race. Somewhat unusual for iRacing. Lap 2 of 50. Already under caution. Pit lane is still closed. When they open it up, I'm expecting, at very least...
Pit road is now open.
Alright, number 9 should be jumping in, I'm gonna say, because he is well out of shape. And indeed he does.
One lap to green.
Yep, somebody at the top of the chat. I want to get VR just to experience wrecks in these things. Well, I definitely couldn't fault you for that. Someday, when video game technology gets to the point where not only are we simulating the sounds and the visuals, but we're also simulating the physical sensations, I'm sure the technology to do that is being developed in earnest. At some point, all this may be quite a painful affair. Turn 2. Guys behind us have got to check up a bit more. Right, expecting the safety car to come in.
Get ready, going green.
Right.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. You're in the top 10.
All right. Air start finish. We're green for overtaking again. Everybody jinking around wildly down there on the bottom.
Outside. Still there. Keep low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Clear.
Clear high, they say. Yep, there we go. Okay, so P9, far from the end of the world, far higher than I was anticipating to be.
Car outside. Clear.
Right, take that. He might have just got into the wall there. There was a big speed differential between the two of us. Let's see. Go P8 confirmed. And hopefully we can get some green flag running here. Nothing worse than starting a race and then getting a caution on the first lap. All the air gets let out of the balloon. Looks like everybody's car's starting to push up. It would help us a bit if we could catch up to the guys in front a little bit more. Catch up to the tail end of the draft snake, because at this point we're at a disadvantage running in clean air. But for the moment, car feels okay. There's really not much I can do to it anyway, so we must deal with it. As the fuel load burns down, I'm anticipating it'll tighten up a little bit toward the bottom, which would be okay. Of course, that's all assuming that we keep our tires in decent condition, which we're really not doing a good job of right now. But it is good to see people actually racing the IR-18. I was hoping this would happen, and it seems like it's got a healthy following. That was a disaster.
Car inside. Clear.
Okay. Maybe he'll be able to help us. Fourth gear through turn 3 seems to be the answer. That was a bit squirrely. The car is just starting to go away from me a bit. We're going to have to hang on. Could deal with a caution right now. I think I would dive into the pits. Get some new tires on the thing and see what we could do. Of course, while we're under green, making a pit stop not what you want to be doing. You got to stay with the pack no matter what. course, this is oval racing, so it is a question of when the caution comes out, not if. Although, last time IndyCar visited this place, just a little over a month ago, aside from the huge crash at the start and the huge crash that took out Robert Wickens and 5 other cars, the race was caution-free after 2 hours of red flag. Seconds to the car in front. Fuel economy there, 4.42 miles per gallon. It's a 2.5 mile track here. So roughly 2 and a bit laps per gallon. We should make it to another 20 laps or so on this fuel load, which of course will not take us to the end of the race. So no matter what, we will have to make a pit stop. Question is, do we pit when we're out of fuel, or do we pit when we know we'll make it to the end? There's the strategy side of this. Right now my car is just not quite working well. P10 is coming to play with us. Not going to fight him really hard because I really can't. I don't have much to give him in response. But so far, so good. Here comes P10.
Clear.
Right. We'll just sort of settle in here on the end of the fuel run and see what the best logical course of action seems to be. I'm inclined to make the stop a little earlier than I absolutely need to, just to get off of these tires. Of course, if we don't get a caution, everybody is going to make a pit stop. But will we have lost so much ground by then, by making our stop early, that we won't be competitive for more positions? I don't know.
outside. Still there. Hold your line.
Let me go, please. Thank you. Number 13 is a lap down. Number 9, P13. Oddly, the car feels like it's coming to me a little bit more as we're at the end of the fuel run. When does everybody dive into the pits? Because we're about to find ourselves in the middle of green flag stops. Nothing really to report on the car. Again, tires just going off. Fuel load is down toward the bottom. Everybody's still staying out. Alright, so that's half distance completed. Will make it to the end with quite a bit of fuel left over as well.
Okay, we're halfway to the finish.
What do we do? P5 has dove into the pit lane.
The leader's pitting now.
All right, leaders are in. We're up into P8. Again, all of this is going to be stamped out once we get back onto the pit cycle. Yeah, tire's going off too much. This is a little bit risky to keep holding on to it. I hope they're not going to give me a pit lane speed violation. That would be sad. Very sad. Alright, I see my crew. Too far forward. Alright. Okay, pit stop complete. Let's rejoin. Leaders are coming up to us. We're in P7. Let's see where everybody shakes out. Down to P12.
The lead is pitting now.
See where timing and scoring goes.
The lead is pitting now. Go high.
So green flag pit stops, that's an experience. Where are we actually running?
You're in the top 10.
Alright, classed as 10th. P2 is directly in front of us on track. That doesn't make any sense. Now P5. Alright, now I think everything is figured out. P10, 7, 8, 9 in front. Okay. Pit stops, they mess up iRacing's timing and scoring sometimes. We are the penultimate car on the lead lap. At least it would appear. And we could deal with a caution. We really could deal with a caution. Seconds back to P11. far, so good. Everything is copacetic. Do have to start worrying about losing this position. I am losing time consistently to P11. Not a lot, but by the end of the race, he'll be there. Bit before the end of the race, in actuality. Seem to be losing most of my time in turn 3. Right. This is okay. .8 now, back to P11 or P10. I'm in 9th somehow. All right, now 2 seconds back. He must have made a big mistake. That lets me breathe a little easier. Wow, 3 seconds. Just dragging the brake a little bit to hold it down. Seems to be working. 4.8 seconds. He definitely hit the wall. 10 laps to go. We are on the lead lap, so we should complete the remaining 10 laps. getting into the later stages of a longer oval race, it's all about concentration. The effort that's involved in driving the car at this stage is, again, it's not very high. It's an oval, we're not really braking, we're not making too many gear changes. And of course, running in clean air like this, I don't have to worry about defending position or attacking anybody too hard. But you do have to just be mindful of where you are and what you're doing. And you got to remember that there's still an appreciable distance left. So you want to take care of the car. You want to take care of your tires. You don't know if there's going to be a caution again. So it's just about keeping yourself in the best position you could possibly be, given the circumstances. Leaders are going to be coming through. They're 10.4 seconds back. We may not have to deal with them. Just keep an eye on them. The other part of it is you got to stay out of other people's way. I know that they're going to be putting me a lap down if they come up, so I'm not going to fight them. I'm just going to do my best to stay out of their way. I don't want to ruin their race. It's an interesting thing being involved in a race like this because, yes, everybody is in it for themselves and everybody's in control of their own car and their own destiny, but at the same time you do have to think of the greater good of the rest of the field. So everybody is an individual acting individually, but at the same time you have to think about everybody else, or at least you should think about everybody else. Part of the reason why I haven't been talking that much through this video, because yeah, I can talk and drive, but at the same time you got to be on it because there are other people here, and some people take this very seriously. So if I'm going to run with somebody who actually is looking to accomplish something, I don't want to get in their way. It's all about citizenship.
You've got 5 laps to go.
All right, 5 to go, 9.5 seconds back to the leaders. Or the leader. Guy behind him is another 5 seconds back. 15.5 back from me. With 5 to go, again, they might catch us, probably not. But if they do, we'll let them by. .6 behind Timothy there in front for P8. I don't think we could attack him. Only a handful of laps to go. I'm not going to lose sleep if we can't get him. P7 is in the pits.
You've got 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about Timothy. I think I'm in 8th now. Yep, there it is, P8. You've got to be on track at the end.
That means one more lap to go.
No matter what, you've got to be in it. Even if you're not in a particularly competitive position, you've got to be in it. Never give up. You never know what can happen. White flag, last lap. Looks like Timothy is safe where he is. Leaders have already come through to win. And there we are, to the line, P8. Not bad.
Good run, James. Join up again.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, you did really well.
Yep, James, nice one. Timothy, good running too. You were so consistent. Good job.
Yeah. I couldn't catch the guys in front of me, and all I was doing was keeping tap.
Yeah, running in clean air in these things, you can't make any ground up. You need to be in the draft snake. Very cool. Very, very cool. There's our winner doing some donuts at the start-finish line.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Nice. Very, very nice. I think I can be pleased with that. Yeah. Here we go. There's the Fernando Alonso test paint scheme, sort of. It's just my interpretation of it. But what did this actually look like at the start? What did we have? Yep, coming out of the pits. Just one pace lap. This was practice, I think. Yeah. That's our qualifying session there. We qualified absolutely horribly. Don't need to remind you all of that mess. And then the race. There we go. Everybody just sitting there in the pit lane waiting for the pace car to take off. There we go. A little bit of shuffling at the on the formation lap there. But coming up, there's the green flag, waiting for everybody to go. But yeah, you can see how everybody just fans out down start finish at the start. And then all hell broke loose directly in front of us. There it is. Flight simulator. Yeah. I just managed to avoid the blue and yellow car down there. That was interesting. Yeah, have a look. That was fun. On board, what did that look like? Yep, they all got together in front of us. So difficult to commit to some place to go just because you don't know where the car that's flipping through the air is going to end up. But we did it. No harm done. Here's turn 3. This is basically what you see when you're sitting in the main grandstand. Really cool. Yep, that's what Pocono looks like. I can confirm. Very impressed by that. But yeah, overall, very fun race. And again, we finished in P8. We started 13th. So I think we can be reasonably satisfied with that. Again, official race. Had 16 cars running. 16 cars finish anyway. And yeah, well, not necessarily finish. One guy's 50 laps down. 2 guys are 50 laps down. But yeah, we made it. It was, yeah, that was fun. I could definitely get used to doing that again. But yeah, IndyCar at Pocono. Very cool thing for me to do. In any regard, though, I would like to thank you all very, very much for watching. Hopefully this was entertaining. A little bit quiet, I know, during the race because, well, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do and trying not to crash. But we had an incident-free day, at least I'm pretty sure. Yep, no incidents. Actually, it was a fairly clean race all around from everybody. So hopefully we've got some good points. The only guy from the New Jersey division. So, yeah, nice. At any rate, though, hope that was enjoyable. I'd like to thank you all very, very much for watching. For RMan601 saying thanks, and of course, we will see you soon.